Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing some bouldering. You can see I start here with some sideways handholds. In the upper right are some thinner handholds, and the idea is just to make it to the top. The footholds are slanted downward, but thankfully there was a big subscribe button here that I could step on, and then from there it got a little bit easier. So we're at Boyce Park, and I'll tell you more about this in a bit, but the goal is to, on these kind of climbs, to get up and over the top of the boulder, and there's a hold or two, I forget if there's one or two, over the top where you can grab onto that, like I'm right there, to push yourself up and over the top. You can see I hesitate here for a second because it's spookier than it looks, trying to get up and over the top ledge there. And then there's some gray holds on the right where I can climb down. Now the idea on the boulder here is that you got to get your starting hold position so that you hold it for a second and then you continue the climb. So this one's a green one. We're just trying to get to the top. I think the hard part here is stepping up with the right foot and being flexible enough to step up there and pull yourself up. I kind of pushed with my left arm and pushed with my right foot and was able to reach the top. Then on the way down, you can see I sped up there. I'm not sure why I go so fast on the way down. I just get the zoomies. Now, I'm a taller guy, so this starting position's kind of cramped for me, but you got to start on the start hold, and then I'm going up to those two holds on the left up there, yep, where they split like that, and I kind of push out with my left and right arms, and then I try and go up and over the top. Same idea, other side of the boulder. Now, you may remember Boyce Park. I was here during the winter, I think in February, and there was snow on the ground, and I had my sneakers on, and I was trying to climb up them in my sneakers, and I got all the VBs, I think, but I didn't get any of the V0s or V1s. And in this video, you'll see a lot of V0s and V1s. I believe this one's a V0. You can see how low I am to the ground there. I could have probably did a sit-down start, but I just kind of hung from it. And once you're up and onto these huge green rocks, then it's much easier to get up and over the top of this one. This one's interesting because it looks very short, but all the starting handholds are slanted down and you kind of have to grab underneath them. And then once you reach up to the higher handholds, they're like pinches. So you grab with your fingers and your thumb like you're pinching it almost. And then your feet end up on those slanted ones. You'll see my foot slip if it hasn't already. On those slanted holds that are facing downwards. Then it was kind of awkward getting up and over the edge of this one. I forget why that is, just a weird feeling getting up and over this side of the boulder. Now this one was special because all the effort's in that starting move. You kind of have to yoink yourself up and grab onto that first green rock there, and that first green rock isn't as far out from the wall as I'd like it to be. So you kind of have to fling yourself up, catch that green rock, and then put your foot on the gray triangle. All the gray triangles are in play, so you're allowed to use those and any of the green colors there that you see. You can see how those upper ones are kind of flat, so when you fling yourself up, you kind of have to grab hold and hope you stay on those. It's a little hard to see, but the top is just over there to the left. This one is a V1, and these holds are slanted all sorts of ways: sideways, front ways, back ways, slant ways. And you'll see this on the zoomed in picture a little bit, and the idea is just to get to the top. So this is the blue V1. Now you'll notice on here there's a roof on this particular boulder, so you don't have to go up and over this one. You just go to the very top blue one and secure the position, and then you're good to go. Go away, kid. Don't make it look easy. Go away. Now I liked this climb because it was an overhang, so it's kind of leaning towards you the whole time. But the holds are better. They're like more, they call them jugs, where you can really reach into the hold so you don't fall off as easily. But because it's hanging backwards towards you, I think it requires a little bit more power. And then getting up and over the top is definitely more interesting of a challenge. This is another V1, and you'll see the handholds and footholds on this one I think are a little bit smaller than I'm used to, except for that big green one there, and that's the first one I'm going to launch myself up towards, is that big green handhold. Now when I get to it, it's not quite as nice as I think, but it's really good to at least get my foot up there, push with my left, kind of pull with my right, pull with my left, just kidding, And then, so that's the first part, is getting up to that big hold. But then getting over to the left here on these smaller holds is a little bit challenging. And the 2 footholds off on the left here are also slanted down a bit. I'm not sure if I took a screenshot of those, but they're slanted down, so it's a little bit spooky, but we made it. Now we're going for this shiny blue V1. You'll notice these are shiny holds, so the shiny parts don't really have a texture on them to grab onto, so you want to grab the part that's not shiny, and I think that's what makes this one a little bit more challenging. You also notice the change in locations here. The boulders go higher, and the ground is like a bouldering mat. I'm at Iron City Boulders in Pittsburgh, so it allows you to go higher, and you can take more impact on your way down without getting hurt. This got a little weird here with my balance. It took me a second to figure out how to get my left foot over so I could reach that top handhold without falling. Those footholds on the right were pretty small. Now for a size comparison on some of these, this is my wife climbing a short green one here, and I had a hard time getting started on this one because of how crunched up the start position is, so she had to show me how to do that. But once I got started, you'll see I'm kind of crunched here. I didn't even have to move from the starting foothold to reach the top. I don't remember if this was a V0 or V1, but it was a lot of fun. The starting footholds there were kind of slanted down. Oh, you can see my foot slip there a little bit. And then the idea here is I kind of got stuck. I wasn't sure where to pull up from this point. That one didn't work. There's one on the left that you can really grab hold of and pull yourself up with your left arm, and then work your way over to that top green one on the right. Now that top green one isn't all a great hold, but there's a hold inside of it that was nice to hold on to, and that's what I try and grab here. Now I felt a little safer to jump off some of these because of the floor mat, so you won't see me down climb everything here. I'm saving arm strength to climb more boulders. This one you'll see starts as another overhang, so it's leaning back towards me, which means I got to use a little bit more strength to keep myself onto the wall to get started. And I really think that that was the hard part of this green one, was just overcoming that lean into the wall like that. I can't remember what the holds were like on this one. Now this last climb is special. It's what's called a traverse, and I'm going from the left to the right. This is graded as a 5.9, so on the bouldering scale that we've been using, that translates to maybe a V0 or V1. And the idea is to use just the black holds here, go from the left to the right. You can see these ones with pockets in them almost. I'm about to grab one with my right hand. They're like, oh, I didn't grab it. There's one above my right hand there. I'll grab it with my left. It's only enough room in there for like 2 or 3 fingers. And then the other ones that I was grabbing there are kind of closer to the wall. So this one's, yeah, see there I grabbed the pocket. This one's more about balance of the feet. So it's kind of being able to navigate the wall while holding on to different types of holds and just keeping your balance and staying on the wall. You'll see there's also an orange route and a blue route. The blue route goes up way high, and the orange route goes lower, but both are harder than this black route that I'm doing. So I figured I'd give the easiest route a go. This one's also labeled as a 5.9 as a climb because it's just a longer thing than the boulder, so it's more of a climb than a bouldering problem. Now remember, the gray volumes on the wall, the triangles, are in play, so my right foot's okay there. But then I end up almost having to do a split here, and I'm running out of strength because it's just a longer problem than I'm used to, and I give it up about right here.
Nope. Do a split.